Hi, Happy New Year. I'm Victoria Weather Meteorologist Ryan Henning with a look at the weather for Danville, Illinois. It's the way we're going to get this year started right, I guess. For those of you that don't know where Danville is exactly, well, I'm going to show you on a map right now before we start talking about the forecast for the next couple of days. So here is the southern end of Lake Michigan. Here's the Illinois-Indiana border, and there's Danville, DNV right now, where it's 26 with partly cloudy skies. The most interesting feature, and we'll start getting into it, are these sites: O'Hare, Kankakee, Champaign, Bloomington, that are all reporting clouds. And there's really not a whole lot that's going on right now. I'm very popular right now. There's not a whole lot that's going on. There's high pressure building in, but this actually, if we look at the satellite, you can see it streaming off of Lake Michigan, and there's our swath of clouds it's providing the overcast. As you can see, not really anything going on any longer in Danville. They were reporting clouds last hour, but it's thinning out, and it looks like it should be a mostly clear night, especially as this ridge where it had the northerly flow off the lake is going to die out, and those clouds are going to depart, and should be awful chilly today. So let's take a look ahead at the forecast models, and we can see, first off, in terms of precip, not a lot going on. Here's our post-frontal ridge. There's a strong low developing. It's got stronger northerly flow over the mid-Atlantic and New England, but it's, as we can see aloft, there's a weak ridge developing, so it's going to be a lighter flow across the region. And we look at these isohyps. The blues mean basically that it's a favorable condition to produce some snow, and that's kind of, and that's not really what it is. It means that the atmosphere is thicker, which means it's colder, or denser, I guess is the best way to say it. I'm not really doing a great job, but air gets denser as it gets colder, so it's heavier, denser, I guess. Basically, the thickness is the distance between certain pressure levels. So anyways, the denser it is, the colder it is. That's what I'm trying to drive at. So anyway, we can see that ridging out as well, which means there is a little bit warmer air working its way towards Illinois. This 540 line is kind of the dividing line between the potential for snow and where snow is less likely. If you're talking about a position, say, along the East Coast where it's about sea level, it's a little different in the mountains because you don't have your full layer. But you can see there's not a lot of flow. It's still going to be on the back end of this surface ridge. This is going to be tomorrow night. The thing we do want to keep an eye on, though, is there is a stronger jet streak over northern Mexico, and it's developing this trough. So there's going to be some southerly flow that develops. It's going to be moisture rich, and it's going to start to produce some showers, some precip from Minnesota all the way down to Texas. But if we watch the time for our 2-day forecast, never gets to Danville. So the nice thing about this is, with this low developing over the Rockies, high pressure here, weak flow across the interior of the country with mostly sunny skies, with a little bit of southerly kick late. That's going to mean a nice warm up on Wednesday for Danville. Tomorrow's going to be chilly overnight. It's going to get quite cold, in the teens. We don't have a nice meteogram to look at, so it's just me looking at what the NAM and GFS have to offer in terms of forecast guidance, and they're pretty similar, only about a degree difference on the highs and the lows, really. So I think that's a pretty good idea, good estimate, if we wanted to spitball the temperatures. So high tomorrow in the mid 30s, low just below 20, upper teens. Now I'm just clicking around to confuse you. And then on Wednesday, when it's going to start to get warmer, maybe a few clouds in the area with all that moisture just off to the west, but it's going to lead to temperatures around 40 for a high, and then the overnight lows are going to be around 24 or 25. So not a terrible couple of days for Danville, especially if you can get well above freezing 2 days in a row in January. So that's going to be about it. Hopefully I didn't confuse you too much when I was talking about these blue and red lines and what thickness constitutes. But maybe I'll write something about it later this week, and with a little bit of, without the pressure of the camera on me, I'll be able to describe it a little bit more effectively. But that's going to do it for me. I'm Victoria Weather Meteorologist Ryan Henning, and I hope you stay with us this year and enjoy your 2016.